So the last week has been weirdly intense. Have you been feeling this? And you're like, yeah, I know. It's Cancer season. And we're deep inside a Mercury retrograde, those deep waters of emotion. But you know what? Damn it. I am freaking irritable over the cat screeching at me for breakfast. Future tripping into doomsday earthquake scenarios. I am questioning all of my life choices, and old wounds that I thought were healed are aching like my arthritic joints in winter. If that's you, you're not imagining this intensity. It's literally happening in the astrology right now. And it's because of Pluto. Yeah, remember him? The Capricorns can tell you for days all the Plutonian life-changing stories when Pluto was in their sign. And yeah, Pluto's been in Aquarius for a hot minute, but here is the thing. This is the first time Jupiter in Leo is opposing Pluto. And that's a big trigger for us right now because Jupiter blows everything out of proportion and Pluto don't play. So you got two energies bringing up big, messy emotions. So we're going to talk in this video about this cosmic intensity and what is it actually trying to do in our lives, because the biggest breakthrough for you to heal a long-standing issue and reset your life is one way to use this energy. So let's discuss. Coffee up, friends. And yeah, this is decaf, because the last thing my nervous system needs right now is more caffeine. Okay, so these big, messy emotions and the triggers that are activating our nervous system. Guess what? Aquarius in astrology rules their nervous system. Pluto, the bulldozer of doom, as I like to call him, can be about cleaning up toxic shit in our lives. So in Aquarius, he's bulldozing his way into our nervous system, bringing us into our deepest toxic stories about how and when we have felt powerless, or we couldn't choose, or we spoke up and we weren't heard. And when Pluto retrogrades, going backwards like he is now, he's tapping into all of that old stories and voila, triggered. And suddenly you're remembering a hurtful conversation from 5 years ago when someone made a nasty comment about your appearance. And you're remembering this while you're in the dressing room at TJ Maxx, not loving the way your clothes are looking. And, you remember that comment. And then to make yourself feel better, you go buy another candle and body wash. You know what I'm saying? You get me? Pluto rules the basement, or hell, if you really want to get Scorpio about it. And when Pluto's retrograde, he brings up shit from deep down under. Hello, Pluto. Shit stirring stuff up from my past I thought I was healed from, and now I'm triggered and I'm reacting all over the place. Those poor people in TJ Maxx. If you're new here, I'm Stella Wilde, your anti-doom and no BS astrologer and survivor of Pluto in Capricorn going over my ascendant. And I love talking about these deep transits because you know what? Healing is inconvenient and messy. No one likes a crying meltdown over an ill-fitting top in a TJ Maxx dressing room. And you're like, this shit again? Yeah, not to punish you, not to shame you, not to make you think you're back at square one again. But this stuff brings up to your awareness the fact that you can't heal what you don't feel. Healing often takes place in stages. We have triggers that trigger us until they don't trigger us anymore because we learn the root cause of the trigger. And we take Pluto's bulldozer and transform how we handle these messy emotions. But then we have Jupiter and Leo, all sunshine and rainbows, like, let's live from our hearts and follow our bliss and bravely pursue our creative dreams. And then, wham, Jupiter faces Pluto in the mirror, because in astrology, that is what an opposition can be. It's a reflection or a face-off, sometimes a power struggle. Jupiter is a big gas giant. Neptune often gets the bad rap about being the gaslighting, confused bullshit planet. But you know what? Jupiter can be too, just in a different way, in a bragging, overconfident way, in a, oh, nothing's bothering me, I'm just gonna rah my way through it with a smile on my face. That's the shadow expression of Jupiter. Jupiter can be like, oh, I'm just too big, too loud, too giant to be messed with. And Pluto is like, hey, I don't play. Pluto is like, I may be smaller than you, Jupiter, but I literally have a heart on my landscape. You have like 967 moons and bloating. So we got Pluto in Aquarius saying to Jupiter and Leo, what needs to be healed is going to humble you, not hurt you, humble you. Okay, that's very different, because Pluto ultimately will heal and transform your life, because if you don't know what the root cause is of your pain, how can you heal it? And Pluto's going to excavate into that root. You can heal surface symptoms, but if you don't get at the ball of that root, get to the bottom of things, and OMG, this is so freaking Pluto, then you're just gaslighting yourself. And I would say that Pluto actually wants progress for you. But first, you got shit to clean up. It's just reality. And you know what? Jupiter wants progress for you too. It wants you to open your heart and receive all of its lovely, bountiful gifts. But how can you do that if one of your old stories is about not being able to receive? Because yeah, it might be very painful to look at where you've settled for less in your life. Who wants to open up that toxic can of worms? Jupiter's shadow expression is like putting your fingers in your ears, singing la, 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 la. Nothing can touch me. I got this. And haven't we all done that in our lives? But opposite Pluto, the problem is it can be just, let me ignore why I'm so grumpy and mad and irritable. And Pluto is LOLing and ROFLing on the floor, still triggering the shit out of you. Pluto is saying, hey, now that you can see what's going on, what are you going to choose? Are you going to bring your power back to yourself to choose taking care of yourself? Because let's face it, triggers don't go away. We just learn how to recognize them for what they are. We check in with what we need, and we then hopefully regulate ourselves so we don't give our power away to shenanigans, irritability, trigger happy people who love to push our buttons. So this is how you reset your life right now and hopefully get out of this irritability. This cosmic configuration is not about banishing your gifts and goodies that Jupiter and Leo would like to give you. Pluto is not some cosmic blocker of goodness. Pluto is just like, hey, dude, let your heart receive this with the clarity that you do deserve all the bounty, all the goodness. You don't have to be perfect or perfectly healed to have good stuff in your life. Both can coexist. Sometimes, yes, good things are happening and you're also still healing from your past. But we do need to look at where we're pretending or bypassing shit that is triggering us, because pretending doesn't make the trigger disappear. It just lets the trigger make your choices for you. Because often when we're triggered, we're out of control, we can't think clearly, and we're buying another candle at TJ freaking Maxx. So how has this energy been showing up for you in your life? What do you think your irritability or grumpiness has been showing you about your power to choose? Share in the comments below. I think our shared stories really help us affirm to one another that whatever you're going through, you're not alone. And I want to give a special shout out to a recent commentator on the channel. I believe his or her handle is Purple Fire. And they commented about how, yeah, they're feeling grumpy and they're not usually like that because they're a Sagittarius. And I'm like, I know why. Let's make a video about it. But I got to tell you, this story is not quite over yet. This energy comes to a head at the full moon in Aquarius at the very end of this month. And if you would like a preview of what to expect with that energy, I've got a members only Coffee and Cosmos episode waiting for you. The link is below to join the channel membership if you're interested in that. Love to hear from you in the comments. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stay frosty. Stella Wilde, signing out.